Project 2, your name, for anyone who may have missed the lecture or needs a refresher. For this project, you're going to take your name and break it apart and just create 16 different designs using just the letters of your name. Okay? Here are all the specs on the name. So go back over that. It's at the bottom of the Project to Your Name page. But let me show you how to get started on this. So I've got an AI file here you can download. And this is going to be set up properly for what I want you to turn in. So when that downloads, if you download it for the first time on a Mac, it should crank it open in Illustrator. If not, it will be in your Downloads folder. And you can double click it, and it'll open it up in Illustrator. Now the way I've got it set up is I've got it set up with 4 artboards. Okay, the white box you see in Illustrator is called an artboard. I'll call it just your page most of the time, but it's called an artboard. And off to the side here, you'll see I've got the word name 4 times here. So with this assignment, you are restricted on the fonts you can use. You're restricted to Helvetica, Helvetica Bold, Times New Roman, and Times Bold. Okay, so I went ahead and set that up for you. So what you can do is you could put one of these on each artboard. Okay, and then you will do 4 variations of your name in each font. You can't mix the fonts together, like you can't use one letter from Helvetica with one letter from or Times New Roman Bold. Okay, you have to use just these in each one. So what I'll do is I'll go in and just type my name, and I use my first letter of my first name most of the time when I sign something, so I'm adding that. And then I'll go ahead and do the same here, and to change the name you use your type tool and double click on the word and it'll select it and spell your name correctly, although it really doesn't matter because you're going to break it apart. I'll just kind of go ahead and do that at the start of everything. Now, so I don't have to keep typing all the time. I will select. Actually, before I select anything, I'm going to select it. I'm going to go to type. I'm going to convert or create outlines for each of those. And I can shift, click, and grab multiple shapes. Go to type and create outlines. Then what I'm going to do is shift, click again to select all 4. I'm going to go to Object, Ungroup. I'm going to go to And there's a video on converting type to shapes, but I'm going to do that real quickly here. Then I'm going to copy those 4, and I'm going to paste, and I'm going to paste again, and I'm going to paste one more time. Now I've got all my names in my 4 spots. And now I can just start rearranging the names into designs. And the other video talks about some of the restrictions, the specs in the assignment, tell you what you can and can't do. You want to make sure when you're scaling them up, you're holding the shift key down as you grab a corner. But basically that's what you'll do is you'll proceed on from there. And then when you're done with all 16 of these, you have to save this. And as you're working, you should be saving this incrementally while you go. So just kind of every now and then go to File and do Save. The first time you'll probably have to do a Save As, if not a Save. Do a Save As. And then, so I think my spec, and again, check the spec really closely. I believe it says last name _ project 2, I believe. But don't take my word on this video for it. Check your spec. Always check your spec. So you're going to save this to wherever you're saving your folder, your work, as you're working. So save. And then when you are completely done, and you've got all your names done, you need to turn this in as a PDF file. So go to File, Save As. And down here on Format, select Adobe PDF. You'll see the extension change up here to .pdf. Make sure your naming convention is correct and hit Save. And all this stuff you can just bypass and hit Save PDF. You don't need to worry about any of that. And that will create an Adobe PDF in a multiple page document. So you've got 4 pages there. And that's what I want, 4 individual pages. Now, if for some reason it saves it as one, it doesn't save all 4 pages, here's what you need to go back and check. By default, it should be on, but when you go and do that File, Save As, make sure that all is selected. That's the default, right? So you should be fine, and it should kick them all out as an individual page. But if you have a problem with that, check here first. All right, so that's Project 2, just a quick demo on how to approach it.